Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is more about the risk management. Personally, I follow for the options. Risk management is crucial aspect of successful trading. Trading in financial market involves uncertainty and potential risk. That's where risk management becomes essential. It is a systematic approach to safeguard your capital and maximizing your trading potential. The first key element of risk management in trading is position sizing. It's about determining the appropriate size of your trades relative to your account balance and the risk tolerance. By avoiding overly large positions, you can limit potential losses and preserve your capital. Another crucial point in risk management is the use of stop loss orders. These orders allow you to set predetermined exit points for your trades. By placing stop loss, you can automatically limit your losses and protect yourself from the adverse market movements. Then, diversification is another aspect of risk management in trading. Instead of putting all your eggs in one basket, diversify your portfolio across different assets or markets, which will reduce the impact of any single trade or the market event. Then comes the risk reward, which plays a crucial role and vital for me, especially because I change my position sizing dynamic based on the reward that I'm going to attain out of any trade. So this is my risk section, which I use it for future and option section. Okay, so my total capital allocated is 20 lakh and I'll be using the 20 lakh for both buying and selling. I have a drawdown kept for this account is 10%, which is 2 lakhs per month, and then max risk per day is 2%, which is 40k per day out of my 20 lakh capital. I'm a high risk trader. And then comes the number of trades per day. I'll be doing 4 to 6 trade, and 4 trade is when if I continue to lose all 4 trades, then I stop for the day, which is I'm risking 40k per day. Then comes this Bank Nifty max quantity, which I keep 250 quantity as a maximum quantity to trade, and it depends again on the risk reward ratio that I'm going to get out of any trade. Sometimes I go with 500 quantity or even 750 quantity, depends on the risk reward, which I'll explain it in the future section. And comes back to the next point, if I'm going to keep 4 trades per day continuously, I'm losing, I can lose 160 points per day in Bank Nifty, which means 40 points per trade, which is for Bank Nifty. Likewise for Nifty and Fin Nifty, I can lose 100 points for the overall day, keeping 400 quantity maximum which I'm trading, which will give me a maximum loss of 40k per day, which is again with my risk cap limit. Journal. So this trading journal will give me a highlight insight on at what time I'm entering the trade, what is the instrument, whether I'm going long or short. I keep it as my trading journal to record all my trades, how I'm progressing, and any improvements that I can be made to improve my overall performance. And comes back to the information that I input while before entering the trade. Let's say I'm picking Bank Nifty, my entry price is 300 with a stop loss of 20 or 30 points. Let's say I'm keeping 30 points as a stop loss and my target is 360, which is 60 points. I'm going to have a risk reward of 1:2. So risking 30 points as a stop loss for a target price of 60 points, which will give me 1:2 risk reward. Since I'm ready to lose 10k per trade, this has a stop loss point of 30 points. Even if I go with 400 quantities, my maximum risk factor is 12,500. The reason being this 12,500 is used because I have a higher risk reward. I have a 1:2 risk reward, hence I'm ready to give away another 2,500 into the system, because if this hits, I'll get a 1:2 risk reward benefit. If my risk reward is poor, less than 1 or 0.5, my quantity would automatically become lower than the actual quantity of 400. Likewise, I'm just going to show you by changing the target price. Okay, I'm keeping my entry at 300, I'm keeping my stop loss at 280. I'm changing my target price from 360 and high above to 400. Then my suggested quantity would slightly change here. Instead of 400 quantity, my risk reward from 1:2 to 1:3 or even 1:5, my suggested quantity would automatically change to 650 quantity, because this 650 quantity comes again with a risk of 20 points. Because I'm entering at 300, my stop loss is 280, still my target price is even 300. My suggested quantity would be 650, which will give me a higher risk reward. So I tend to take more number of trades or take more number of hits if I have a higher risk reward. So there are certain days where out of my second or third attempt, if it works, then all my second or third losses would get recovered onto my fourth trade. Let's say I'm changing the instrument back to Nifty, giving you a sample, because my suggested risk always remains 10k, and my entry price is 100, let's assume, having a stop loss of 10 points, which is 90 rupees as my stop loss. My target point is 130. I have a risk reward of 1:3 here. Hence my suggested quantity would automatically change to 12,250. If I change the stop loss price to 955, which is I'm risking only 5 points, my quantity would change from 1250 to 2500. So I change my quantity dynamic based on the stop loss price and the target price. So it does not stay same based on my entry and the stop loss price, target price would be derived, and so the number keeps changing, which is dynamic. It will not be static in nature for me. So I'm taking now FinNifty as a sample. I'm taking a long entry. My entry price would be 100, let's assume, and my stop loss price is 95, keeping only 5 points as a stop loss here, and my target price is 105, which means I'm going to have 1:1 risk reward, and my suggested quantity would be 20k only. Okay, since I have a 1:1, it goes with the full throttle. Now assume that I'm changing my stop loss price to 80 rupees, which is I'm risking 20 points as a stop loss, but my target price is only 10 points, which means my RR is 0.5%. I'm going to risk 0.5%, hence my quantity would drastically change down from 2000 to 250. So I will not risk higher on this trade for that reason. My risk reward is lower. Now I am changing again back the entry stop loss target. Again, if you see the suggested quantity, this would be turning back to 150, because I have a lower risk reward, so I will not tend to take a higher risk on this trade. This is how I dynamically change the number of quantities based on the risk reward. In general, if I have a risk reward of 1:1, I tend to go with the full quantity, that is 400 quantity, which I at the start of the day I have initiated based on my capital. If it is more than that, I will go with 600, 800 or 1000 based on the risk reward. If it is less than 1, I would go less position sizing, which would be 200 quantity, 150 or even 100 quantity. Based on the RR, I tend to change my position sizing dynamically. So here is the risk journal which I maintain, like what is the rationally behind this trade, what is the quantity that I have suggested, and have I taken it, what is the profit and loss after the trade, how do I rate my trade, whether is it good, is it bad, what is the learning from the trade. I use it after the post analysis to identify what are the mistakes that I have done. I track the record of such trades into a different section called trades to know how I pick the trades. This is my trade 1, which was taken on Friday, and again the next trade which I have taken it on Friday around 9:30, the second trade. All these trades I mark it and keep it as a journal to refer back, which might simplify me to understand what are the mistakes that I am making and how I can overcome that. Probably this should be something which might help you in your trading career as well. one should maintain that trading journal as an important aspect to understand what are the mistakes that anybody is performing. I'll be uploading this sheet in a Google Drive, and anybody who wanted to have an access to this file, you can request for it and download it, and I'll grant access for them. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any feedback, feel free to share. Thanks.